Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Backpack Trader Trading Room crude oil inventory session for Wednesday, December 10th, 2025. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It's not financial advice. Trade your charts, not mine. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right, jump right in. I apologize for late start. I had a minor emergency come up that I had to take care of right after I closed out the earlier session. So just running a little bit late. Did get the charts marked up, and all right, where did the? Okay, there's the hit. That short was prior. Yeah, that was about where you'd want to get out of the long trade before we start. But that was prior to the report coming out. Looks like not much of a reaction to the report at all. So actually, I wouldn't mind taking that trade as a get in sync based on the fact there was essentially no reaction. All right, yeah, that's where we are. So let's put the order in right there at 82 and see if we get back in this. That bar literally didn't close until a minute after the report, so essentially no reaction at all. Did push down a bit after the report. I call that the that, and we do get into the trade. So we are in the trade. Set our targets. Targets 1 and 2, not a huge trade. And pick up our stop right there. Stops at 58.01. Targets at 57.71 and 57.65. It's like 12 ticks to target 1 and 18 to target 2. $11 and 17, excuse me. Yeah, because our entry was 82. I got a tick of slippage there. Okay. A positive slippage. Please do say hello in the chat. It's nice to know who I'm talking to. right. In the trade, we got to get 3 tick. Let's see. 72 or 73 for money management. 72. Yeah, 10 tick minimum. So we got to get 2 ticks below the session low at 74 to get money management. Let's see where we go from there. Is that a... That was a valid long on unleaded. 1033.29. Still in it. That survived that little pullback. Excuse me. Back to the entry again. The short was too early. Hit money management and came back to stop out. Long is the trade there. That's not a good situation, I don't think. Let's see. That's a valid trade on the 377 tick. In the trade from there. Little trade. Target 3 is our goal. There's session low again. Now can we get below it? A little bounce off of it. Unleaded stopped out, so that's a full loss on the long. We bounced off the session low. Back to the entry on 377 tick counterpunch in the lower left. Unleaded in the upper left. Spotlight full crude on the right. Another long trade on unleaded. This is one of those situations where unleaded is likely to keep giving us long trades. But it's just kind of out of sync. Crude kind of going sideways. Not kind of. Crude is going sideways. Not much to do. This is the third attempt at a reversal on unleaded. I wouldn't be surprised to see a pullback big enough to get some targets on unleaded on a reversal here, even if it did continue on the downtrend. Please do say hello. Watching paint dry. Crude has not been very active this morning, as evidenced by the fact you can see the session open yesterday evening still on the screen on this chart. We had a strong move down about just before 8 o'clock, and bottoming out around 9:45 and continuing to just push down slightly. In pretty much consolidation pattern. All right, stop and reverse possibility at 93. Buy stop market there. We move our stop down to 93 also, and that's where we are. And back to the entries on crude. Taking heat on the unleaded. We made the 2-ticket stop and reverse adjustment on the reversing entry and our stop. Heading down toward the session low again. And a new session low, and there is money management. All right, target 1 in hand. Target 2 trailing, so that cancels the stop and reverse. We will not need that, definitely. Go back to our entry there. Got down as low as 70. That's the bid price. Set a new session low. And then bounced back up again. Missed money management on the 377 tick. Stopped out for a second time on the second long stop out on the unleaded chart. And back to the entry on the 377 tick. taking some heat. Down now 376.77. Make another attempt. Pull back to the balance line on the crude chart, spotlight chart. Right, still not much to look at. Trying to pull down through the 3/4 century 75-cent mark again. We got target 1, so this will be the final trade of the session. And it's going to be a one and done for Crude. I'm not going to try to continue to 72. Down to 70 again. Is it going to push through this time? Back up to 72. Back and forth. Note for everybody to be aware of too is keep in mind we'll be transitioning anybody trading the market indices on the quarterly contracts. We'll be rolling to the March 26th contract. Probably Friday or Monday will be when volume rolls over. I think that the official notice date is this Friday. touching target 2. Stop's about to move down to 76, but as soon as this, actually that's touched, I'm going to move down to at least target 1. That is our final positions. And if it gets down there again, I'm just going to hit the close button. Risk 6 ticks, but not more than that. Looks like it's going to get taken out there. Yep, got taken out at 71. So, done. 23 ticks total. Can't argue with that much. We got a tick of positive slippage on one of the 2 positions on the entry. That's why we got an odd number. We had 11 and 12 for our 23 ticks. Fine, we did get target and trailing on the 377 tick. So this, and that stopped out, so that one's done. We are flat after our second stop out on unleaded, but I'm not going to stick around to see about more trades on that with both crude charts being done. Questions or comments? In that case, everybody have a good rest of your day. We will convene again 9:30 tomorrow morning with our regular weekday sessions. So we will see everybody tomorrow morning at 9:30. Everybody have a good one. And we will see you then.